Nope. I don't want to get sued by Fox and ask for copyright infringement.
Shoot, boy, you want to get sued?
I don't even need to finish after the first 3 letters. You know what this show is already. Okay, so The Simpsons. I mean, come on. Literally, The Simpsons ruled the entire world in the 90s, and even beyond then. If Nintendo ruled the world in the 80s, The Simpsons took that mantle. I mean, The Simpsons were everywhere. You had Simpsons dolls, Simpsons underwear. Hell, you even had a Simpsons life preserve system. I mean, the Simpsons logo on everything. You could buy the albums, you could buy the VHS, or later on the DVDs. If you wanted something, and you wanted something with the Simpsons on, it had it. I mean, hell, I even had the Simpsons blanket sheets. So, that just shows how big of a success the Simpsons was. And it wasn't just, in America where it originated, it was all over the world. I mean, I've seen these bad knockoff Simpson dolls in Japan and other countries. The Simpsons made them way over to the Middle East. I mean, you could not avoid the Simpsons. If you did not know who the Simpsons were and you lived in the 90s, well then I'm pretty sure you were actually a mole living underneath the ground and not really a person. Of course, it all started in '89 with the Tracy Ullman Show, and it's still going on today. Now, a lot of people say it's not as good as it used to be. I'm not going to get into this. I actually disagree. I think it's just as good. The thing is that we've got older and we maybe not understand or relate to some of the jokes compared to people our age when we were watching it as kids. I think that's the big difference. And that's the wonderful thing about this cartoon, is that it appealed to everybody. It appealed to the kids and it appealed to the adults because, well, a lot of it was very fun and animated and made for the younger audience. There were a lot of deep-seated jokes there which only the adults would have understood. I mean, even today, I'll go back and watch some episodes, and some jokes there which I didn't get when I first watched it, but now I have, and now I know what that joke is. So you can appreciate it on many different levels. Now, this was a staple for me and my dad. I mean, this is how we bonded. Every Sunday, 6 o'clock, we'd eat dinner together and watch The Simpsons at the same time, the new episodes. And then on weekdays, we'd do the same thing, just at a later time. I think it's at 7 o'clock. But this is what we did. This was our bonding session. So The Simpsons, for me, I have a very soft spot in my heart for them. Did they get a little bit annoying? Yes, because you couldn't escape them. I was disappointed when I played the video games based on them, of course, apart from the arcade Beat 'em Up, which is a wonderful Simpsons game, by the way. And the Road Rage games are pretty fun on the PlayStation 2. But any of the earlier systems, no, they sucked. They sucked bad. But this is Halloween. I mean, I could talk about how I have nightmares playing those 8-bit games, like Bart's Nightmare. That'd be kind of apt for this. And I do, because Bart versus the Space Mutants, oh god, that game sucked and it kicked my ass from here to Timbuktu. But, of course, I think you know what I'm going to talk about here. Every season of The Simpsons, apart from season 1, has a Halloween special. And, of course, every year I would look forward to the Halloween special. I mean, it was almost like a birthday present for me, even though it's after my birthday, but it felt like a birthday present for me, watching The Simpsons Halloween special. They were that fun. And, being a big movie fan, especially a horror movie fan, I could relate to so many of the jokes that they put into these episodes. Like, if you're not a big horror fan and you don't know much about movies, the show is still fun and it's still good, but you miss a lot from it. Like, especially like The Simpsons Shining parody, the no beer, no food make Homer something something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do! But every episode brought something. I mean, again, they're still making the Halloween specials even today. One thing that made it different as well, and this is one thing I really appreciated about the show, is the credits would be different. They'd change it just for the Halloween special. like their names would be given some type of like horror or monster based theme behind it, like Matt Vampire Droning or David X Files, blah blah blah. Cohen is it was great, and like it wasn't just the main creators and the voice actors on it. Like everybody had their name changed, and normally it's like in blood or some type of horror lettering going on. And quite often there's like this little skit at the beginning. I think like the first like 3 or 4 seasons is normally like Marge or Bart or someone introducing it, kind of like Alfred Hitchcock Presents kind of style, or like the Twilight Zone style, which was just magnificent to watch. I mean, just hilarious. And later they started to change. They started having more like short actual skits in it. And the thing that I really appreciated for this show as well is normally you had 3 mini episodes. So they had 3 movies they could parody or 3 short stories they could create for themselves. And these were always highly enjoyable. And, let's say you didn't like the first one, there's a good chance you're going to like the next 2. So it gave you more of an option of something that you're going to like from it. Now, I will still sit down and watch the Halloween horrors. Not even on Halloween or even October. I mean, I still just love to watch them whenever because they're just that good. If you have kids though, I highly recommend this. You can enjoy it, your kids can enjoy it. It's something that the family could do together. It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's some blood, but it's cartoony blood. It's not really gory. Of course, there's no foul language or anything like that. But The Simpsons, just as a show, is just a special show. I still call it unique. There are other shows that kind of took from it, Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers, what have you. I think they're all of their own show as well. But The Simpsons was the originator of it. I mean, they were the classic cartoon family. Of course, that took off from older TV shows, family TV shows, but The Simpsons was just special. All the references and the jokes behind it, especially the first 10 seasons, for me, those are still the best, because not only for references I understood, but also the writers they had in that. But if you're looking for something to do with family, I highly recommend watching the Halloween specials of The Simpsons. Watch them all. I think there's like, 34, 35 of them now. So you could do a whole day binge watching of them if you wanted to, or spread it out each day in October. It's up to you. Anyway, I'm going to get going now because I need to go down to Moe's. It's got a flaming Moe with my name on it.